What is up, gamers? This is Proto, and welcome back to another episode of Like or Dislike, where we look at some of the latest games that come out. I give you a synapse of the game, tell you about the controls, some mechanics, and my thoughts after putting some time into the game, and doing the pros and cons at the end to help you decide if you want to get the game or not. So today, we are looking at the new Saints Row game. Now, the Saints Row is going to have a lot of fans of the series disappointed and upset, but I do see potential for this to be a better down the line. Now, this is a reboot of the series starting with fresh characters and a brand new storyline with no connections from the previous ones. Now, in this one, you and your friends are just trying to get by when you all decide to form your own gang and take over the city you live in. Now, you have to deal with 3 factions in this open world style game in a traditional Saints Row fashion. You will have to complete missions for your friends to get your name out there and eventually grow your gang to be the most powerful one. Now, you'll also be able to take over sections of the city by setting up fake businesses. And when you complete the mini missions for these fake businesses, you completely take over that section of the city. Now, also with it, you're going to have rival gangs there in that area. And if you get rid of them, you'll actually be able to increase the profits that you make for that particular business. So it's not something you have to do, but it's something that's also encouraged to help you make more money if you want to. Now, with the new mini missions, they do try a few new types of mini games. Like I say, you have one where you have to steal food trucks to increase your food business as you're getting started up, because they're actually a front for illicit things. I'll put it like that. You have one where you play as cleanup crews, getting rid of bodies from scenes, stuff like that. So they do try a few new things to challenge you and have fun with that. So I did like that. Now, me personally, one they brought back, and I'm glad they brought back, was insurance fraud. I don't know why, I just love playing that little gaming mode. I guess because I'm a big Burnout fan, so that's what gives me vibes up. So I am glad they did bring back that particular mini game. Now, the controls do feel a little bit weird at first, especially in combat, and I think it's just how the buttons are all set up, and it takes some time to get used to if you don't change them. Now, you have special abilities that you can equip to give you an offensive or defensive advantage, but they still have the finisher moves, one thing I'm glad that they brought back. And you pull them off by filling up a bar, and once it's 100% full, you can execute it. Now, pulling off these execution moves will refill part of your health, so if you need to do it in the last minute to help get your health back up, it's quick to do. And me personally, they was actually a joy and good laugh to see, because they was always random. You don't know which one he's gonna do, and it was just always a good laugh to see him done. Now, it took me 16 hours to complete the game, and that's only with doing a portion of the business missions. For a Saints game, that is bad, with previous versions of the game giving you a very lengthy story to play through. Now, Saints fans will notice there are a lot of things you can't do that you could do in the previous versions of this game. And if you play the previous Saints games like I did, you know exactly where I'm coming from that. Instead, they tried to do some things new with new types of missions, and mainly putting it in the missions and not allowing you to just have fun in the open world in a sense. And that's why I can see a lot of fans of the previous series getting upset. Like, I used to be able to do this, and this. Now I can only do it in missions. Like, where's the fun in that? And honestly, that's where a lot of the joy of playing the Saints games is, causing chaos and destruction in the world you're in itself, not being locked behind missions. So I definitely understand how that feels. Now, the bad jokes, the crazy scenes, and the feel of the Saints is there. It's just more restricted behind the missions and not being able to do it in the open world, which fans love to do. Now, graphics wise, it's nice in detail. I did come across a few glitches in the game, but nothing game breaking itself. I've seen some stuff where people show that it was really messing up on there. So I heard consoles are dealing with a lot of problems, but on the PC side for me playing, I did deal with a few frame rate drops here and there, but nothing game breaking. I will say that the game did crash at least twice on me. Like, it crashed so bad the whole Epic game launcher had to shut down and restart up. So hopefully those type of issues get patched. Hopefully everyone on console won't be dealing with those issues much longer, because that would really stop people from enjoying the game and playing it. But that's pretty much the game itself. With that being said, let's jump into the pros versus the cons. And starting off with the pros, the first thing we're going to look at, you're able to customize the weapons and clothes to a good detail, and I actually like that. Including both weapons and clothes, you can change the pattern, you can put particular weapon decals, or if you want to change up the colors on certain parts of the weapons and your clothing. I really like that. It allows you to give a lot more detail to that particular weapon or that clothing and make it feel more authentic. So I like that. The next part we're going to look at is the new mini missions. Now, instead of just bringing back all the same old mini missions and putting them back in, which people may have loved and hated, they did try something new with trying the new mini missions, and I did enjoy some of them. When you playing as the getaway driver and you gotta be the gunner for the getaway driver, you cleaning up crime scenes and getting rid of bodies, stuff like that. That was a challenge and something new to enjoy, and I can see that, and I actually enjoyed a little bit of it. And the last part we're going to look at is the music. I think, and I've always said this before, music plays a big role, especially in open world games. I love how the different radio stations had a good variety of music, and I ended up initially gravitating toward each radio station. Sometimes I usually just stick to 1 or 2 radio stations, but this one I was generally listening to all the radio stations, which I really like, and I thought that was a great thing. So with the pros done, let's take a look at the cons. The first con we're going to look at is the controls. Like I said, the controls felt a little weird, and it was just hard to get used to at first, especially in combat sense. But once I got used to it, got past that little curve, it still a little bit annoying, but I was able to numb it and push on through it, if that makes sense. The next con we're going to look at, the game has a short story. Compared to all the other Saints Row games, this has a very short story, and to me that is weird. All the other previous Saints games had a good lengthy story that tied all the characters together, doing their side missions, getting them together, brought that together, and it made a cohesiveness and brought the story to like a full ending. I don't know why they chose to do this one so short, but they left so much potential out in this one. And the last con, of course, the glitches and bugs, especially people dealing with it on consoles as well. Hopefully all that can be patched out soon, but that to me can be game breaking. It can stop people from playing the game and enjoying it. But that's pretty much just pros and cons of the game. As well as a like or dislike, I unfortunately have to give this game a dislike. I was really looking forward to this game, and I was really hoping this reboot would restart off the franchise and have it on a good note, but it's like they miss it on too many marks. If you really want to play a good Saints Row game, I highly recommend Saints Row 2, Saints Row the 3rd. I thought those two were like great games in the Saints Row series to enjoy. But let me know how you guys feel in the comments below. If you got the game, let me know what you like or don't like about it. If you think about getting the game, I hope this helps some. As always, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Let me know you guys enjoy videos like this. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I talk about stuff going on in the gaming tech world. I do reviews of some of the latest gaming tech that's out. I do top 10 new games coming out every month and so much more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and my other social media pages so you keep up to date with what's going on, or if you want to reach out to me. I love talking about gaming, so don't be afraid to hit me up. You can catch me streaming on Twitch, playing indie, PC, console, and VR games. So if you want to see me play some of these games in real time and just chat up with me, that's where you'll find me. But this is Proto, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.